Hey lovelies, welcome to today's session. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Amy and I'll be taking us through a Yin Yoga around letting go and allowing us to work through perhaps different emotions or energy that we may be holding consciously, subconsciously in our bodies by creating a space that feels safe for our bodies to open and allow us to release anything that may no longer be bringing us peace. And in today's session, I've got a couple of big pillows and I've also got a dressing gown strap. So you may like to pause the video and get some pillows and grab a strap or a belt. And these are optional. It just allows our body to relax a little bit more and will assist some of our stretches if you want to. And I invite you to, if you've got a pillow, you might want to kneel on it or you might want to come into a seated position. Crossing the legs to begin. Spine nice and straight. Lightly draw the chin in and you can place your hands on your thighs. You might want to place your hands on your heart. And closing our eyes if you feel comfortable too. Taking a few deep breaths at your belly. Feeling your ribs open, your belly button expanding. And as you exhale, keeping the height in the spine and feeling a softening, a relaxing with your exhale. Now inhale, feeling the opening and expansion. And the exhale, a relaxing, a releasing. And if there was anything on your mind before the session or anything that is coming up after the session, perhaps you could connect to the exhale, and the next time you breathe out, give that permission to release and let go. You may want to breathe out with a sigh or an audible and just see what that feels like. So breathe in. One more breath, whatever feels right for you. And letting go. I invite you to set an intention for your session today. Something that you would like to perhaps release or let go of. It may be an energy, a feeling. It may be something, for example, for myself, I put a lot of pressure on myself. So something that I like to work on releasing is letting go of putting pressure on myself. There's something that feels like you would like to release today. And you may like to create a mantra, an affirmation around that. So for example, I am safe to release putting pressure on myself, or I'm ready to release what no longer serves me. Something that feels right for you right now. And as you're breathing in, feel your body open, expand. And as you exhale, perhaps you could imagine, see, sense, or feel whatever you're choosing to release today, dissolving down, perhaps where your body's touching the ground, or perhaps out through the breath, and sending it off with love and gratitude. And welcome in the energy of gratitude for making some space and time for yourself today to do this session. And when you're ready, we're going to come into our first pose, which is seated butterfly. And I'm going to use the pillows. You don't have to. I'm going to release them from my bottom. I'm going to put them underneath my knees. And then I'm going to walk my feet forward. So it becomes, some people like to bring their feet in close, but for today, we're bringing the feet away from the body, allowing the legs to be supported if you like. And then we're going to tip forwards, tuck the chin in, and stay in this pose for about 3 minutes. So find yourself in a comfortable-ish position. Draw in the chin in and allow yourself to soften. And we're looking for finding a boundary, finding an edge of discomfort that the body lets us know that this is enough for now. And then once we've found that edge, that bit of resistance, seeing if we can find stillness in this place. And as we find stillness, seeing if we can surrender into this stillness. And when we are in these spaces of stillness, if we're used to being quite busy and on the go, it can feel quite uncomfortable being still, surrendering, softening. So give yourself permission to acknowledge if there is any resistance coming up, perhaps emotionally, mentally, physically, energetically, or even spiritually, and welcome it all into the space. A lot of the times we can avoid resistance or we can get frustrated with ourselves. And in today's yoga, I invite you to just observe and become aware, being grateful for any discomfort and tension. And each time you're exhaling, connecting to what you would like to release today. And this can be quite symbolic in our yoga. When we feel tension, we can resist it or try and push through it. And sometimes just by bringing awareness to spaces of discomfort and tension and staying with that discomfort, that tension, it can start to dissolve and melt away. And perhaps if that stretch did feel quite uncomfortable and it starts to loosen up, you may want to explore that stretch a little bit more and dissolve down a little bit more. You may like to place your palms on the ground. And coming back to that intention, what would you like to release today? Surrender, let go of. Maybe you could imagine, see, sense, or even feel that energy, what it is that maybe you've been holding on to, dissolving down through your hands. Our hands are an extension of our heart chakra. And feeling that dissolve down into the earth, sending it off with love and compassion, forgiveness and kindness. And when you're ready, very, very slowly, keep your eyes closed, coming up to a seated position. Maybe you cross your legs. You might need to move the pillows. And come into a meditation pose. You can do this laying down if you prefer. And drop the chin down. Noticing how your body's feeling, your energy is feeling. When there's things that we hold on to, or we say we can't let go of, or perhaps we don't want to, or we won't, this can create a lot of energy within us that can really take an effect on our bodies, our minds, our energies. So how would it feel to really make peace with what is no longer bringing you peace? How would it feel to allow your heart to open a little bit more as you send something off with love and gratitude and forgiveness and compassion? And how would it feel for it to truly be no longer in your body, your mind, your energy? Making peace with our past, making peace with our present, and even making peace with our future. What would that open space for if you really let this go? And slowly bringing our legs out. So I'm going to cross the left leg over the right. And this might be enough to tip forwards. You may like to bring a pillow forwards here to hold. You can bring your head down like so. If you want a deeper stretch, you might find that you then bend your right leg as well. And I'm holding my feet. I'm going to lift up my bottom and adjust. And then again, looking for this tipping sensation, tucking our chin in. You might want to bring pillows down for you in front of you. And it's this curling in and this, you're looking for an edge, some discomfort without forcing. And then once you've found that edge, stay in with that discomfort, stay in with that breath. And you may be up higher, so this pose can bring up a lot of frustration. And sometimes as we choose to move through into these poses and we're saying or we're feeling ready to release, there can be this resistance, this anger, this, no, I want to still hold on to this, or sometimes this energy can be protecting what's that layer underneath. So give yourself permission to feel all your emotions today. And scan your body, noticing any tension perhaps in your jaw, your fingers, perhaps even your eyebrows. And stay with those tensions. And notice what may or may not shift when you bring your awareness to those spaces. See if you can find your breath between your shoulder blades as you breathe in. And as you exhale, feeling that softening, that letting go. And the back of the heart is where we receive love. And we also, they say, have a second heart down at our lower back. And we can hold a lot of tension here, a lot of resistance, a lot of energy. And as we let go of what may no longer be serving us, it can feel quite opening and vulnerable, because perhaps it's been our protection. So see if you can support your body. Breathe a little bit slower, breathe a little bit deeper, and perhaps repeat a mantra: I am safe to release. And if it feels conflicting, perhaps, may I be ready to release? May I be safe to release what no longer brings me peace? I'm taking 2 more slow breaths here, noticing any resistance and welcoming it. And then very, very slowly we come up and we extend our legs. Breathing in. Exhale. Spine nice and straight, drop the chin down. Noticing how your body's feeling. And then when you're ready, taking our time, changing leg. So right leg crosses over, bringing the head down. Option to bring that other leg round. So you can bring the hands down, tipping forwards. Taking our time here. And observe your body, noticing if there's a difference on each side. And again, welcoming in. And if you do need to adjust or move, seeing if you can stay with stillness for a bit longer. And if you do want to move, making peace and allowing yourself to make a shift as well. Because sometimes an adjustment can be exactly what we do need. And as we learn to connect to our bodies deeper and deeper, we start to know what we really need from within, what we want from within. And we can start to separate from confliction and instead to connect to our intuition, to know, to trust, to open. So if there's any judgment or any expectations around how this should feel or shouldn't feel or be for you, seeing if you can sit with that. A lot of the times we feel pain and we'll move away, we might avoid, we might numb. And these poses really ask us to be with our discomfort, to embrace pain and pressure, and become aware of what may or may not shift when we sit with these places. And if the tension does dissolve or maybe soften, being curious. And as we move through these poses, the more we become curious and open to explore, the more we can learn to hold the discomfort, the pain, and find the joy, find the lightness, and see it as an opportunity and a guide to really celebrate that we even noticed where needs our attention, where wants some extra love and care. We're here for another 4 deep breaths. So maybe you could soften and allow yourself to really let go with those exhales. And when you're ready, really, really slowly, taking our time to come up. We're going to lay straight on our backs. Take your time. If this feels too open, you can go back into a seated meditation. And open your palms, open your heart, open your hips, turn your feet out. If this feels too open though, you can bring your hand on your belly and your heart. And sometimes when we set an intention, it can be our mind leading what we think we should be maybe releasing or letting go of. And I invite you now to ask your heart, tune in. Where perhaps are we holding? What do you need from us? What do you want? How can we help you? How can we be here? How can we nurture? How can we love you? And see what may or may not come through. And even if we don't receive something right now, always bring in the energy of gratitude. Sometimes things might pop through later or in our dreams or weeks, and we have that moment, that connection of, So giving thanks, allowing yourself to receive. And when you're ready, you may like to grab that strap if you got it. We're going to come into happy baby pose, which can feel really awkward and uncomfortable for some of us. So I'm going to give you a few options. You can hold your knees open here. So we're looking for a stretch in the groin. If you don't have a strap, you can hold the knees, or you can hold the edges of your feet or the inside of your big toes. Or if you've got the strap, we're looking to put it round the feet and pull in really gently, not tugging really tight, to the point where we can relax our shoulders and close our eyes. And we're looking for some mild discomfort and some stretching in between the groin space here. So get yourself comfortable. And once you're there, closing your eyes and seeing if you can surrender into this pose. Breathing in through the groin space, the hips. Noticing, scanning any tension, perhaps the jaw, the face, the eyebrows, the shoulders, maybe even your toes, your fingers. And say hello to these spaces. And seeing if you can connect to your heart, feeling that soft beat. And tuning in and asking, where can I let go? What can I release? Where perhaps do I no longer need to overprotect and be on guard for so much? And if that tension does start to ease and disappear, you can make an adjustment by breathing deeper. Feel your belly expand wider. Slow your exhales. And if we have been spending time, even without realizing, or energy, holding on to something that is no longer serving us, something that brings our energy perhaps to burning out or feeling depleted and tired, fatigued. When we open these spaces, it's a chance for us to really bring it to the surface so that we can feel it and see it and love it and hear it, and allow it to move through our body, through our breath, through our stretches, perhaps release into the ground. So where would you like to open that space today? Knowing that you are safe and divinely protected. Taking 2 more deep breaths here. You're doing amazing. And then really slowly bring the legs down. Take your time here. Release the strap if you've got the strap. Legs out long. Arms open. Maybe you take your arms out wide, your legs out wide. Take up space. Feel your energy. Sense it. Imagine it. Feeling this replenishment as you let go. We're going to take a breath in and make a fist and curl our toes and squeeze our bum cheeks and squeeze our shoulder blades and really, really hold it, like you're holding on, like, I don't want to let go, and you've got this struggle and really feeling it, like you're holding. And now exhale, release it all, let it go, send it off. Let's do that one more time. It's like you're holding on, you're like, no, I don't want to let go, or there's been a story or something that you've been really attached to, or you're really angry about something still, and you're ready when you're breathing out, and just feel it dissolving, feel it alchemize. And we're going to hug our right knee in and rock side to side. And you might want to bring a pillow over to the left side of your hip. And we're going to take hold of this right knee and drop it over to the left, maybe on the pillow, maybe not. And then open your right arm out for a twist here. So you're feeling this light pulling across your chest, your hip, your shoulder. Turn your head away, closing your eyes, breathing in here, finding this subtle twist. And as we've allowed ourselves to make some space today to perhaps let go of something that has been maybe on our mind, or something that was once there that felt like it's always going to be there, I invite you now to consider, what would you like to allow to blossom from within you? It may be peace, joy, focus, something that you would like to open this space to. Knowing that you are worthy of this, knowing that you are strong enough to open to this. And if you're unsure, maybe tune in, ask your heart, what would we like to blossom from within us, or strengthen, or activate, awaken? Or even nurture from within. And if that tension starts to fade, maybe you move your arm up a little bit higher, or you move your leg, and see if you can find some new tension, some new discomfort without forcing. And taking 2 more deep breaths here. And then when you're ready, bring that leg down. Maybe bring your hands onto your heart or at your side, and notice what may or may not have shifted from your ankle on your right all the way up to your right hip, your shoulder, your jaw. And this pose is really amazing as well, because sometimes when we've been holding on to things, we can really hold that energy in our teeth, our hands, and our hips, and even our stomach. This pose can really help to release that, because sometimes the body is holding still even though we've made peace with something. So we're allowing this space, the body to let go, so we can open space for what we are ready or we desire to blossom from within us, that's already within inside of us. So imagine you're nurturing a little seed that you're planting. And our body, like the instrument, to support this growth. And then when you're ready, hugging the left knee in, and you might want to bring that pillow over towards the left side. Hugging it in. And then allow that knee to drop over towards the right. Open your left arm out, turning your head away. Breathing. This side might feel different. You might need to adjust the pillow or place it differently. Noticing how this side might feel compared to the other. Bring in the breath to those spaces of tension. see if you can slow the breathing. Let your body know you are safe to be here. You are safe to relax and surrender. And focusing on what you would like to blossom, expand within you. How would it feel to really embody that and give yourself that space and time to explore that, to nurture that, to support that? And if any resistance comes up, or perhaps your mind's, we can't be this, or we can't have that, seeing if you can allow them to show themselves and give them thanks. And see if you can just observe and send them some love and some gratitude for being here with you. And then maybe you can imagine, see, sense, or feel if there is any resistance dissolving or being alchemized with love, perhaps by the earth, cosmos, or even by your body, your intuition, your wisdom. Whatever aligns for you and feels right. And taking 2 more really deep breaths. And as you exhale, really slowly coming onto our backs, coming into Shavasana. Arms might be out. You can put your hands on your body, or if you prefer, you can come up into a seated position. Taking some deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Bringing your awareness to the space at the front and the back of your chest, our heart chakra. And also feeling that connection to your heartbeat. I invite you to send yourself some love. Coming back to what we've made space for today, to blossom, be nurtured, to be supported. Perhaps you could imagine that expanding all across your heart, all the way to your right shoulder, down your right arm, all the way to your right palm and fingertips. And then feeling that connection all the way back to the front and the back of your chest, over to your left shoulder, your left arm, down to your left palm and left fingertips. And then coming all the way back up to that heart space at the front and the back of your chest. And perhaps you can see, sense, or imagine a color, a symbol. Perhaps it's a spirit animal that you may connect to, or something that feels a connection to what we are asking to blossom, knowing that this is already within us and this is our time to grow and strengthen and support this. And see, sense, or imagine that connection going all the way down to your groin. And then all the way back up to the front and the back of your heart. And then all the way down to your right hip, your right bum cheek, your left hip and your left bum cheek, down your right thigh, the front and the back to your right knee, your right shin and calf, down to your right ankle, your right foot, your toes, and then all the way back up to your groin. Down your left leg, your left thigh at the front and the back, your left knee, your left calf, shin, ankle, your left foot and your left toes. All the way back up to your groin, up to your heart space at the front and the back of your chest, your throat, the front and the back of your neck, your chin, your bottom lip, your top lip, the inside of your mouth, your tongue, your right cheek, your left cheek, and the tip of your nose. Breathing in through the left nostril, out through the right nostril, in through your right nostril, out through your left, all the way in through both nostrils to the space between your eyebrows, your right eye, your left eye, the crown of your head, the very top, and from the top of your head all the way back down to your groin, down your right and left leg all the way to your toes, and then all the way back up your toes, back to the crown of your head, down between the space between your eyebrows to your throat, back down to your heart, down both your arms to your fingertips, and then all the way back up to your heart. What have we made space for today? What's ready to be seen and heard and loved and expanded within you? And then feeling that expansion all around you now, outside of your body, all around you, into your auric field, your energetical field, your magnetical field. And if there's anything in resistance to this, seeing if you can send it love and healing and gratitude, and see it, sense it, feel it, know it, dissolving, healing. Knowing you're divinely protected and divinely safe. And if there's anything that was in your auric fields, anything in resistance to what you was letting go of, sending that off with love, sending it healing. Perhaps you can see, sense, feel, or imagine a golden light, or even a color that feels right for you all around you, for protection and strength, confidence, love, and whatever you feel you would like to open to. Strengthen within you, without you, and connect and awaken. And bringing that awareness back to the space between your heart and connecting it all the way up through the throat, the third eye, the space between our eyebrows to the crown, and all the way down through the heart, down through our solar plexus, down to the space below our belly button, all the way back down to our groin, connecting to our roots, and all the way back up to your heart. Connecting to a mantra. I am safe, I am worthy, I am open, I am ready to love, to forgive, to strengthen, to focus, and feel what comes through for you, and trust. And you may like to take some more time in this space. You may like to drift off to sleep. And if you're ready to come out of your practice, take some deep breaths in at your heart. Breathing out. Making really small movements with your fingers. Maybe you rub your thumbs onto your fingertips. Maybe you take a stretch. You may like to hug your knees in if you're laying down. Roll onto one side and slowly make your way up. Or you may like to stay laying down. And to close our practice today, we can sweep our arms above our heads, bringing our hands all the way into a prayer. Bring them down in front of our heart. And then open, keeping our palms pressing together, open the fingertips like a lotus flower. And coming back to, what are you ready to awaken, activate, ignite, and allow to blossom within you? And imagine it like a seed nestling in here and pressing lightly into your heart. And imagining it, sensing it, feeling it expanding all around you. And I invite you to close our practice with an om. So we're gonna, if you don't want to om, you can hum or you can listen. And we're gonna do 3. So take a breath in. Pressing our palms slightly together, dropping our chin down, giving ourselves some thanks and gratitude for being here today. And sometimes after these practices, different emotions can come up. So be gentle with yourself. Drink plenty of water. Namaskar. Have an amazing day, evening, whatever you're up to. And I will see you soon. Lots of love.